It's draft season, people, and we are hooking you up with our top 12 wide receiver rankings for a PPR redraft format. If you would like to unlock our entire rankings, including Dynasty, just sign up to any one of our Patreon tiers. Link is in the description. At number 1, we have Davante Adams, who despite missing 2 games, put up 18 touchdowns and 1,300 plus receiving yards. You've heard me say this before, I'll say it again. I'm using the KISS acronym, keep it simple, stupid. It's a contract year, Aaron Rodgers is back, and you best believe they're going to try and do something special with their last dance. At number 2, we have Tyreek Hill, who also finished last year as the wide receiver 2. Again, keep it simple, stupid. This is Patrick Mahomes' favorite target in the best offense in the NFL. Better yet, this offensive line has greatly improved, which means there should be much more time for Patrick Mahomes to operate within the pocket. At number 3, we have Stephon Diggs, who had the most targets of any player in the NFL last year. He was a massive X factor in the Josh Allen breakout, and there's a real possibility he could get over 170 targets this year. It's a pass-happy offense, and we're not really worried about any of the other wide receivers there. You can bet on Diggs as your wide receiver 3 this year. At number 4, we have DeAndre Hopkins, who finished as a wide receiver 4 last year in Arizona. With 160 targets last year, only Diggs had more, and we expect that trend to continue going into his second year with Kyler Murray. The additions of AJ Green and Rondale Moore, in our opinion, actually helped DeAndre Hopkins. Now the defense has more people they need to worry about. Only 6 touchdowns last year. You could see there was a slight disconnect between Kyler and D-Hop in the red zone, but we expect him to have worked that out by now. Expect him to hit 8 to 9 to 10 touchdowns this year. At number 5, we have Calvin Ridley, who finished as a wide receiver 5 last year, despite playing on a foot that needed surgery almost half the year. The Falcons are going to need to score a ton of points to win these games because their defense is extremely suspect. This offense should be more efficient with new head coach Arthur Smith, who was the offensive coordinator for the Titans last year. Julio Jones is gone now, and Calvin is the clear wide receiver 1. The good news is that Kyle Pitts is still there, so the defense has more than one person to worry about. At number 6, we have A.J. Brown, who finished as the wide receiver 12 last year, despite missing 2 games. One of the best run games in the NFL, and the addition of Julio Jones should allow this to be one of the most efficient offenses in the NFL. While AJ might not see an insane amount of targets, this offense is going to be so good, there's going to be plenty of scoring opportunities for him. The only worry for AJ Brown really is Julio Jones. While he helps this offense, he could potentially take away work from AJ Brown, and maybe you're drafting AJ Brown ahead of Julio, even though they could be on the same page in fantasy. At the end of the day, we believe in the talent, we believe in the connection with Ryan Tannehill, but we're not afraid to draft him this year. At number 7, we have DK Metcalf, who finished as a wide receiver 7 last year with a breakout season. This is Russell Wilson's favorite target, and that is something that you definitely want on your fantasy team. If they lean a little bit more on the run game, that actually could potentially help a guy like DK Metcalf. Think about the Titans, for example. That run game was so efficient last year that it opened up so many scoring opportunities for their wide receivers. At number 8, we have Keenan Allen, who finished as a wide receiver 14 last year, even though he missed 2 games. We consider Allen Justin Herbert's safety blanket. It's a guy who could see 15 plus targets any given week. Austin Eckler is back, and the offensive line is much improved, which will allow Justin Herbert to be more natural within the pocket. Keenan Allen is a guy that we want in every redraft league as possible. At number 9, we have Justin Jefferson, who finished as the wide receiver 6 last year. While we love Justin Jefferson, we are a little bit worried about the identity of this team. Mike Zimmer is a defensive-minded coach, and if he had it his way, it would be run the ball and play good defense. The issue last year was that this defense was god awful. We expect them to be much better this year, which means that Kirk won't have to throw the ball as many times as he did last year. While Jefferson is a special talent and we want him on our teams, we're not sure that we would be willing to spend the ADP necessary to get him this year. At number 10, we have Allen Robinson, who finished as wide receiver 9 last year, despite terrible quarterback play from Nick Foles and Mitch Trubisky. We're not in love with Andy Dalton by any means, but we think he's a more competent quarterback than Allen has had in a while. He finished with the 3rd most targets last year, which in our opinion means there's upside for a top 5 finish if the quarterback play can support it. Allen Robinson is a guy that we want in almost every league possible. At number 11, we have scary Terry McLaurin, who finished as the wide receiver 20 last year, despite having a high ankle sprain in both of his ankles and having the worst quarterback play of any team in the NFL. If you look at total QBR last year, Alex Smith was 31st. Dwayne Haskins was 33rd out of 35 eligible quarterbacks. Ryan Fitzpatrick could be the key to unlocking Terry McLaurin this year. He's going to be able to push the ball downfield and give Terry plenty of chances to be fantasy relevant. At number 12, we have CeeDee Lamb. And Dak Prescott is a big reason why we believe in CeeDee this year. From weeks 1 to 5 before Dak got injured, CeeDee was the wide receiver 11 in fantasy football. You can literally put this guy anywhere on the field and he's going to make a play for you. We expect a massive leap in his role in 2021. And while we love Amari Cooper, he's likely to see the best cornerback on every defense, which leaves CeeDee in a lot of different mismatches. So what do you guys think about these rankings? Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Either way, it's okay. Let us know down below. Yo, what's good? Thanks for watching. We got a lot more videos.
A lot more.
If you want more videos.
Watch
now,
it.
You can also subscribe.
Right now.
If you want to.
You need to.
And lastly, don't forget that you can sign up to support the show and get exclusive content by going to patreon.com/Fantasyland fam.